I'm Mrs. Keith. I teach English here in the high school. And I think one of my most profound experiences in my life took place in college when I learned that life is about learning and not about letter grades. And up to that point, that was something I never really believed because I was a straight A student who wanted the gold star and the scholarships and the recognition. And then I got to college and I took this class, and it was the capstone, and at Missouri State, you have to take a class that ends your general education before you get into your degree program. And so I waited too long to register while all my friends were taking walk, fitness, and fun, which is a really easy class. I saw one listed as Education and the Seduction of Modern Society. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be a teacher, education and seduction. Ooh, that sounds racy. So I took it. And on the first day I showed up, and he gives us the required reading list. And the very first book we had to read was Closing of the American Mind. I'm like, okay, interesting. The next one, Plato's Republic. And so I found out very quickly that it was a philosophy class, one that I never would have taken because the reading list was really difficult. It was way over my head. It required a whole lot of thinking, which at the wise age of 19, I didn't really want to do. And I couldn't get into anything else. So I just stuck it out, took this class, and it ended up being one of the most wonderful experiences. I worked really, really hard for a B. I studied and wrote so many papers, and the best I could get was a B. And that was okay because I realized at that point that my education was no longer about a letter grade or about points, but it was about thinking and learning and wanting to learn something just for the sake of being a smarter person, or wanting to read a book not because I had to, but because I simply wanted to see what that author had to offer. I learned to listen that semester to other people and their ideas, even if I didn't agree with them, because everybody had something to offer. And I think my crowning achievement was my final paper for the class, which was called The Decline of Eros in America, which dealt with this idea of Eros, that people learn for the sole purpose of wanting, the desire to learn. And I wrote this paper about how it seemed like in America, people no longer have this overwhelming desire to learn just for the sake of being smarter, but they want a reward. So students want a letter grade, or in the professional world, you want to learn so you can get a raise. But why have we lost that desire to just learn, to be smart, to acquire information? And why is that no longer viewed as being valuable? And so I wrote this, what I thought was wonderful paper, only got a B, but for me being, a straight A student up to that point, it was such an important point to realize it's really not about the letter grade, it's about so much more, it's about the learning.